lots of important things to consider when riding in the rain, both for yourself and for other people. The number one concern, both for you and everybody else around you, is the reduction in visibility. A lot more likely to go down. Now, there are certain things you really want to watch out for in the rain. Those white lines, the crosswalks, these guys right here, you see the arrows and the road lines, they can become really slippery. They've got a reflective quality to them. It's a 3M paint. One of the issues is when it's put on thickly, it creates a slick surface that water has the ability to bead on top of. Cause you to just wipe out right across it. So going straight across it, not so bad, as long as you're moving forward. But any type of braking, any type of sideways motions, any type of turning, all that's going to cause some problems. As you can see here, we're getting lots of rain on the helmet. So one of the things, a lot of gloves have built-in wipers for wiping the rain off. And I suggest using those time to time periodically. You can also use things like dish detergent. Wipe that on the inside of your windshield, and that's going to allow you to avoid some of that fogging. So traction, we know about traction, but also traction for everybody else. It's going to be a lot harder for them to stop. They're going to have less traction in their cars. And generally people drive not as safe as they should in the rain. So a lot less likely to see you. They got less traction, you get less traction. Also, any emergency situations, it's going to cause you to take longer distances to brake. It's going to take you longer distances to speed up. From a stop position, you're going to have less initial traction. So if someone's going to hit you from behind or any other type of emergency situation, you have a lot less ability to move as quickly and as nimbly as you would in the dry scenario. Now, are there things you can do to lessen the damaging effects of rain and rainy weather? Well, some of the things you can do. Some of the things you can do is slow down. Certainly, slowing your speed down is going to reduce the chance for any issues to happen. Another thing you can do, you can be a lot less aggressive on the throttle. You got to be really careful with the gas in the wet weather because it's a lot more likely that your back wheel is going to spin, and the more gas you give it, the more likely it's going to spin. So, it's another thing you want to watch out for. Nice thing about rain, generally the police aren't enjoying their day trying to tag people as much, so a lot less likely to get busted by police for speeding in the rain. So that's certainly a good thing. But again, speeding is much more dangerous in the rain. Another big thing you want to avoid is what's called hydroplaning. Hydroplaning is when you hit a surface of water where your tires are going to slide on the top of the surface of that water, and the ground is on the bottom, so you're going to slip. And so you got to be really careful with hydroplaning. It's really dangerous. See something as simple as right here in this left corner? If you were to come into here and try and apply a brake in there, you might absolutely lose traction. Now, it's more so when you're coming off the highway, merges, lull sections pulling into parking lots. These areas have large pools of water you got to watch out for. Something you have to get used to if you're riding in any city like Seattle or Vancouver, BC here in Canada. A lot of places have a rainy season, and we can't just wait for it to be 100% beautiful out to ride. I actually ride all year. You gotta get used to riding in the rain, the ice. Nothing wrong with it. Just gotta be careful. Man, I destroyed these gloves in the pit yesterday. Don't think they'll ever be clean again. Another thing you want to watch for was temperature difference. Underneath the bridges, it's always colder than outside the bridges because it's darker. The sun isn't beating down on the ground underneath. So the ground underneath the bridge can be 5-10 degrees cooler sometimes. Now, if you're close to -0, that could be the difference between freezing and not freezing. So you really want to be careful when you're riding underneath cold bridges or underneath bridges in cold weather. So these yellow lines are another example of something that can be really slippery. Same thing with when your traction changes. So coming across those right there could be real slippery. The metal, super slippery. You want to watch for stuff like that.
Hey guys, thanks for watching my motorcycle safety video for rain riding weather and wet weather. I know I missed a lot of things, so leave some comments below, some other tips you've used in the rain. The best tip I didn't put in is obviously avoid it if you can. As much as possible, use a car, use other means of transportation, or just put it off. Choose not to do whatever it is you're trying to do on the motorcycle in the rain. But if you're on trips or if you have to get to work or other things, if it's your main mode of transportation, it's something you'll have to learn to do. So get safer at it. Always practice. That's a big thing. Don't be afraid to go out in the rain and ride your motorcycle around without the need to be somewhere quickly. And keep at it. After a couple times out, you'll learn that it's not as scary and arduous as a lot of riders actually believe, but it certainly is more dangerous, and probably the biggest part of that is not being as visible to everyone else around you. So ride safe, keep those two wheels up, avoid the cagers as much as possible, and I hope you guys leave some comments with some good tips for everybody else reading. So thanks guys, Alex from Motorcycles Vancouver. See you later.